Hey everybody, it is Brandon Foster here to encourage you, inspire you, uplift you, motivate you to live your most joyful, abundant, amazing life you could ever possibly imagine. And I'm live right now. Just finished my workout. Still in Kansas City. Dustin's dad, if you guys have been watching this update, Dustin's dad has officially been had his dye done yesterday. They're going to do triple bypass either today or tomorrow. We're waiting on him to get moved to the hospital where they're going to do the surgery. So had to get my workout in and help relieve some of that stress and pressure and all those things. And I thought while I waited, I would do a quick little live video to encourage you guys. And today I want to talk about something that is really incredible, and that's the idea of miracles. I think all of us would love to experience way more miracles in our life. Miracles can be defined a lot of different ways. People can define miracles as things happening unexpectedly that show us the true nature of God's and universe's love and abundance, enjoyment for our lives. I really like what Gabby Bernstein says about miracles, and that miracles are tiny, subtle, small shifts that happen over time that lead to great, gigantic, huge miracles we experience later on. And that's such a powerful idea when you think about it. So I wanted to talk about how to really start to experience miracles in your life. Now, obviously, I'm going to talk a little bit more about relationships because I am so excited about my new course, Tuning into Love, how to restore broken hearts and create amazing relationships in your life, which is officially launched. Enrollment closes on Friday. First live call is next Monday, May 17th, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. There's a discount code down below, so check out that discount code as well. It's 8 weeks. It's the best course I've ever done. Like, hands down, like, I love Social Media Detox, which actually is a bonus you get for this. I love Confident AF, which is another amazing digital course I created. I love both those courses. Tuning into Love is so deeply heartfelt and personal to me that I feel called to teach because of my experience with my parents and my marriage and as a teacher and all the different relationships, because you can't get away from people unless you want to be a hermit and live by yourself in the woods someplace, which I guess you could do, but that doesn't really seem like a really great way to live your life when you realize that people are such an amazing part of life, and that you can give so much love and receive so much love, and that God and the universe gives people in your life to help you, encourage you, and inspire you, and motivate you, which is what I do. And so I wanted to talk about how to actually experience more miracles in your life. And this is so good. So if you want to experience more miracles in your life, the easiest way to start to experience miracles is to start asking different questions. Okay. So when people are very sad, when they've had a really bad negative experience, when they have been really hurt before, had a broken heart, right? They ask questions like, why did this happen to me? Why is this hurt so much? Why do people not value me? Why do people not appreciate me? Why did my husband or wife cheat on me? Why was I betrayed? Why was I rejected by my parents, right? We ask these questions because we're feeling hurt and pain and we want to know why, right? That's perfectly normal. That's perfectly natural, right? The thing is, if we start to ask different questions, we start to open ourselves up to receive truth and love and joy and abundance. So asking yourself, how can I begin to rebuild this relationship? How can I begin to heal myself? What is the first step to seeing the situation differently? What love am I experiencing in my life? What good things can come from this situation? How is this in preparation for something much better in my life? How can I move past this quickly so that I can continue to live a joyful and abundant life? How can I use my experience to help other people? How can I let this be a gift and a joy to other people, right? When we start to just simply start to ask different questions in our life and allow ourselves to listen to the response and the answers, right? Then we are able to experience more joy, more love, and more abundance into our life, because we're simply changing the questions that we ask. It's such a powerful idea. Now, here's one mistake that a lot of people do when they start asking different questions, right? Is they keep asking the question and they don't actually allow time for the answer to actually appear and to show up. So I learned this as an 8th grade middle school teacher, right? So you ask your students a question, and then there's like a pause while they're processing the question, and you have to give them space so they can actually answer their question. But a lot of teachers, especially new teachers, what they do is they ask a question, they don't respond right away, so they ask another question, they don't respond right away, so they ask another question. It just keeps the cycle going. But if you can actually ask those questions and then give it space, now the answers will come to you, and you can start making a list of how all these experiences are actually meant to be beneficial for you and joyful for you. And I don't mean like joyful as in like, oh my gosh, like you were rejected by your parents, or someone were cheated on you, or you're betrayed in a friendship. I'm not saying like that's a joyful experience. What I'm saying is that when you start to ask different questions, you allow yourself to heal quicker. You allow love to flood back in quicker, and allow yourself to move past what's happened and really accept what's happened, right? Because I think the hardest part, anytime that we are betrayed or we're hurt or we're something doesn't go the way we want, is we hold on to that pain. We hold on to that suffering because we, and there's usually a payoff attached to it, whether it's that people feel sorry for us, whether it's that we feel like we get more understanding from people if we hold on to it. But the better payoff is always releasing it, letting it go, so you can experience joy and love again. That's always the better payoff. But sometimes we're addicted, right? Sometimes we're addicted to those negative emotions because we're used to them for so long, we don't even realize that we're addicted to them. And addicted is just being attached. That's all it is. Being addicted is just attached, is all it is. So if you can start to ask these different questions and start to make a list, like give it 24 hours to make a list, you're going to be amazed at some of the small, subtle shifts you've been happening in your life. And once you can do that, once you can start to recognize some of those small, subtle shifts, you can then start to turn your attention to more of that and less of what you don't want. And that is so incredibly powerful. When you can really begin to shift on what you want to focus on, which is love, joy, and abundance, as opposed to pain, hurt, past, and fear, then amazing things will happen in your life. Amazing things. All right, I think that's all I have for today. So small, subtle shifts are just a shift in perspective. So start by asking different questions. Very, very powerful exercise. For example, the first question I asked myself in my relationship with my parents is, what do I have to be grateful for? How can I begin to focus on something else with my parents? If I was to start rebuild a relationship, what would be the first step? And how could I maintain my own happiness even if they didn't respond to me wanting to be rebuild a relationship? Which is I could energetically forgive and rebuild that relationship even if they choose not to. So amazing stuff. Check out my new course, Tuning Into Love. It's already launched. Discount code unlimited love 35. Make sure you use that. 8 weeks, transformational, starts on Monday, May 17th, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. And course closes for registration on Friday. Have an amazing rest of your day. Love you all so much. Remember, you are more beautiful than you know. You're more successful than you realize. And you are meant to experience more joy and love abundance you could ever possibly imagine. And you are born to slay.